nice lapel pin, a coffee mug, a t-shirt, to a free semester in housing, parking, decal, like a staff decal, etc. So based on the points you accrue, it represents and correlates to a prize level which you receive. Now that's being implemented right now with athletics and Panther Rage. SGA facilitated this conversation, facilitated the implementation, and after this we're wiping our hands clean with it and giving it to athletics to then decide from there with Panther Rage whether they want to implement this program at a campus specific, university specific, Golden Panther fan base, wide, whether it be out of state, etc. Anyone that goes to games, then they can do so from there. Any other questions? Seeing none, hearing none. I'd like to move on to my Speaker of the House, or Speaker of the Senate report, Gene Rossium.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. I'm going to talk to you about our SGA Senate and the University Park campus. Our first meeting was 2 weeks ago, June the 2nd. We discussed many of our goals during that meeting, and we did not pass any legislative measures. And in addition to that, our next meeting will be on June the 16th, which is the upcoming Monday. During the summer, we're meeting bi-weekly, which is every other week. As far as the Senate, we are almost at full capacity. We have about 4 vacant positions, and we're working hard to get those filled. And we'll be working on planning our Senate retreat sometime this month, so that we can go more specific into the Senate goals that we want to work on this upcoming year. As you can see, like last night, we talked about a lot of the other goals the Senators pitched in, but a lot of the Senators have their special projects and special goals that they want to work on, which we'll go into details more during our Senate retreat. We are in the legislative session during the summer, which will end at the last day of the summer, so we hope to get the bylaws finalized and, of course, review them, finalize them, and vote on them, and adopt the new bylaws for the upcoming year. Thank you.
Any questions?
Any questions?
Seeing none, hearing none, I'd like to move on to the comptroller's report, and we'll go to Carlos at BBC.
Morning, everyone.
Well, no, I said Carlos at BBC.
Getting all excited.
We'll go back and forth. Carlos?
Basically, what I have to say is that just some general information for the people requesting money from the student government, just to make our job easier and more efficient. Try to submit always the funds 15 days before the event, so it can be processed. Also, use the money efficiently, and if you have any questions of how to request money from the general accounts, just contact the respective finance controllers. Also, there was a change in the emoluments. An additional 5,000 has been added from last year's. The BBC lectures budget was raised to 80,000, and that's about it.
Great, thank you. Any questions? Moving on to UP Comptroller Robert Chong.
Good morning, everyone. So first of all, I'm excited to be here with the retreat, and just to hope to get to know everybody by next week or the week afterwards to work with everyone, with the committee, the cabinet, and the executive board. One of my main goals is for this fiscal year 08 to 09 is to ensure, like everybody said, the transparency and the accountability of the funds spent by the councils, the committees, and the departments. So if you guys have any questions, definitely I'm prepared to answer it. And also, I'll probably say bi-weekly or probably once a week, ensure the reports I sent via email or to the website that the transparency is there. Also, my goal is to, I know we have a tight budget for 08 to 09, but one of my main goals is to minimize waste. Like previous for this retreat, I had a lot of collaborations, ideas. I know we have limited resources, but within the council and also the organizations, they have the budget, to do so. Like SPC, maybe having a concert, along with other clubs. They have a certain events. I hope to see everyone, collaborate and work towards certain goals. And my next goal is to work closely with Finance Committee to ensure the requests are handled effectively. My finance chair is Andrew. During the next couple weeks, a proper format will be implemented through the website, so the organizations will have the privilege to go on the website and to submit a request. So that's how exciting it is.
Thank you. We would like to now, Anna and I would like to go in and look at the university-wide goals and just, again, tell you the university-wide goals that we talked about yesterday. However, the first issue is the bus route, and that's dealing with everything from the bus stops to the Panther card readers to making sure they're on time, etc. The list goes on with that bus route and the actual times of it.
Our second university-wide goal is the legislative issues. As we mentioned yesterday, there's many steps that we have to take within that number 2, such as the bright futures, the textbooks, and everything that will come in our budget crisis for the following year. So I believe this is one of our key points and one of our key goals that as university-wide and as SGA, not as SGCUP, SGCBBC, but as SGA we need to work on, and that each of you need to be in contact with the same council member in the other campus in order to have that accountability so we can move on and have a successful accomplishment in the legislative issues.
Our third is voter registration. We see this as a big need considering the presidential election coming up to get our young voters out there registered and out there to vote. So we're going to put a lot of attention into the voter registration drives. And again, BBC is going to look at trying to get a polling station there. Unfortunately, UP can't. But to get the absentee ballots also out there to get students to vote.
And our fourth and last goal is the SGA marketing and transparency. I believe this is a year that we have to go to the students, not wait for the students to come to us. So through that marketing, in which I believe in more detail we will go over as university-wide steps that we will take and how to do the campaign, maybe set up the dates, where to go, what are we going to wear, and just as a university-wide kind of be a uniformed council so we could go step by step to talk to the students and successfully reach the students and get our faces out there. And I would just like to point out that these are the 4 goals that we came up with in this retreat, but we could add to the goals. So it's not the only 4 things that we are going to accomplish this year, but we will accomplish more. And it's fair to say, we accomplished 10 things out of only 4 goals that we set in the retreat. So I know we're going to accomplish more. And if you guys come up with more university-wide goals, please let AJ or myself know, because we want this year to be a successful one.
Thank you, Anna. Are there any questions? Comments? Well, seeing none, hearing none, I'd like to conclude our first university-wide council meeting at 11:42. Great job, guys.